I'm back, America. Now, there is a guy, this senator I think he's out of Louisiana. His name is John Kennedy. All right? John Kennedy. And I discovered him like a few months ago. And I've been meaning to watch some videos on him. So here we are. This video I think was not too long ago. It was very recent. And he always has a, shall I say, eclectic, interesting take on things. Basically, he's just a southern white guy down here in the South, and I don't know, he's always funny to me. So, here we go. He talking about Gavin Newsom in California. I know this is going to be good.
All right, the Green New Deal climate alarmist religious cult, they strike again. This time, California Governor Gavin Newsom, our old friend, he's threatening to intervene if Donald Trump kills the $7,500 electric vehicle tax credit. All right, now Donald Trump is expected to eliminate the credit, which was pushed by the Biden administration and the radical left as part of his plan to stop the attack on gas-powered vehicles. Anyway, here with reaction. He's probably one of our favorite senators of all time, Louisiana Senator John Kennedy.
Here we go, John Kennedy. Look at him. Look at him. Old southern white guy. You know this is going to be good. It's going to be good. I ain't going to lie to you. I grew up around some John Kennedys in my time. Growing up in the Mississippi Delta, I grew up around some John Kennedys. Okay? If you live in the South, you know what a John Kennedy is. You know that type. But I think it's a good thing. Trump is supposed to end that. Biden put this thing in place where all cars have to be electric by 2030 something, 2034 or something like that. So I think Trump's gonna come and he's gonna disband that, and it looks like he's trying to disband this tax credit or whatever to incentivize people to use electrical cars. And one of the main things Trump ran on is energy and the border. So Trump not playing about this energy stuff. So let's see what old Kennedy got to say.
Great to have you back. Thank you for being with us.
He ain't got no teeth.
Well, there's a new sheriff in town, and, we actually believe in liberty and freedom and limited government, Senator, and if people want a gas-powered vehicle, I think they should be allowed to have one. I have no problem if they want to buy a Tesla, and I don't think they should force Ford to lose $4.5 billion a year producing cars that their customers don't want.
Well, Sean, I don't hate anyone, and Governor Newsom is entitled to his opinion, but in my judgment, he's a featherweight. If you scratch the surface, you just get more surface. I've met dozens of folks like him, hundreds.
If you scratch the surface, you just get more surface. Somebody tell me in the comments, what does he mean by that?
In Washington, D.C., they're superficial. They're the kind of people that would have a picture of the Backstreet Boys tattooed on their lower back. now, the Democratic elites, the woke Democratic elites, with their organic broccoli and their NPR tote bags, love him because he does what he's told. But his ideas are goofy. Take the electric vehicles. Governor Newsom and others convinced President Biden and Vice President Harris to use billions of taxpayer dollars in subsidies and dozens of government mandates to force our automobile manufacturers to make electric cars. But the American people won't buy them. So the car manufacturers have shed thousands of jobs, and they're going broke. It's higher degree stupid.
If you want to, if somebody wants a Tesla, and I have friends that own Tesla, they love it, but Tesla is in that business, but when you force companies to build cars that their customers don't want, like Ford. They lost $4.5 billion. That takes away high-paying career jobs. Okay. Number two, why are we subsidizing one industry over the other industry, except that they want to push their, refrigerator agenda, gas stove agenda? Is there anything we can't have, choice on anymore? But, I don't want a paper straw. I like a plastic straw.
Look, government does not know better than private markets. Governor Newsom does not know better than private markets. Joe Biden does not know better than private markets. We need to get rid of the mandates. We need to get rid of the subsidies, go back to a consumer-driven free enterprise system. But that's the way the neo-socialists who've been in charge for 4 years think. They say they believe in free enterprise, but they try to use mandates and subsidies and redistribution and regulations to control the private market. Leave the free markets alone. The American people they're sane. Most of them are sane and decent and very capable of making their own decisions. And when electric vehicles, when they solve the range anxiety problem, when they lower the cost, the American people have taken a look. But they can't be forced to do this. All Biden and Newsom accomplished.
One of the things people are not thinking about, but people are starting to realize too, well, they weren't thinking about this a couple of years ago, but they're starting to realize now, those batteries, bro, it's in those Teslas. Man, when it's time to, I think, you get around about 100,000 miles, that Tesla battery goes out. And to replace that battery is so expensive, you just might as well get a whole new car. So that's something people are starting to understand about those batteries in those electrical cars.
Was to have thousands of people laid off and our car manufacturers just about to go broke. That's all they accomplished.
Yeah, look, if Gavin wants to spend Californians' money, let him do it in California, but don't force the rest of the country to subsidize his radical agenda. So we went through an election, Senator, where their closing argument is that if you like Donald Trump, you're garbage, he's a fascist, a racist, and a Nazi. That was their closing argument. And I notice a lot of the Hollywood elite, I'd be negligent if I didn't ask you about this. Alec Baldwin.
I think he is a racist now. I don't know about all the other stuff, but yeah, he probably is a bit of a racist.
Calling the American people deliberately ignorant. Sharon Stone saying that Americans are ignorant, arrogant, and adolescent. You have a New York state legislator that wants, New York to secede from the Union along with Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Vermont. What is your reaction to all that? I think you're going to have a very unique take.
Here's what I think. I think these people are goofy. They have the right to their opinion, but they're just goofy.
Goofy?
They hate George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Seuss and Mr. Potato Head. They think our kids ought to be able to change genders at recess.
What?
They carry around Ziploc bags of kale to give themselves energy.
What?
To me, to each his own. To me, kale tastes like I'd rather be fat. Now, these people are entitled to their opinion, but they have an unwarranted sense.
All right, man. That dang old John Kennedy. He's something else, ain't he? He just gets up there, he just says all types of crazy stuff, don't he? That doggone John Kennedy, man. Where has this guy been all my life? How long he been in the legislature? I'm just not hearing about this guy a couple of months ago. And before a couple of months ago, I didn't know who this guy was. Where has he been? He gives you the sound bites, don't he? That's what I love about this guy. He'll give you he's funny. He's funny. And I like that. Because I don't take these politicians serious like most people. Politics is not, I don't play that Democrat-Republican game. They're both right wing, left wing. They're both wings on the same bird. So I don't get caught up in all that. I want the funniest candidate in office. I mean, I do want a candidate that has policies that I can benefit from. But at the same time, man, like, Trump is funny. Trump is funny, bro. And I'm going to tell you somebody else that's funny in the Democrats. Biden is pretty funny. Like the other day, he was falling asleep. At some summit he was at. He was falling asleep, and then he say some crazy stuff. Then he say something about Trump a couple of months ago. I want to kick his ass. I want to kick his ass. I just want to kick him in the ass. Like, Biden is crazy. Pardoning his son. Biden is kind of low-key funny, too, with the way he talks. Hey, folks, this ain't no joke, folks. We got to do this. We got to do that. And another thing we got to do. Like, it's funny. And this Kennedy guy, I'm going to be watching a lot more of his stuff. He is funny.
Of moral and intellectual superiority. They think they're smarter than and more virtuous than the American people. And they think we're not real people. But we were, and we are real people. And in this last election, we got real mad. And we sent a message clearly, unequivocally. And my message to all my friends and my enemies in America is Happy Thanksgiving and stay deplorable, my friend.
What? What is he talking
They are
about?
a bunch of pompous ass. They are arrogant elitists, and they really do look down on the people that make this country great. And they're out of touch.
Well, they're entitled, Sean, they're entitled to their opinion, but we're entitled to ours. And when we share our opinion, they not only think we're wrong, but we're bad people, and that's not an America we want.
Senator, I have one last question. Do you, come up with these ideas? Is this all extemporaneous when you answer, or do you think about it ahead of time? Because it's too good to think that it just comes off the top of your head.
Sean, this is how the good Lord made me. I have the right to remain silent, but not the ability. And I don't know whether it's divine inspiration or the devil's making me do it, but it just comes out of me.
Well, don't ever stop, Senator. You're doing a great job. Appreciate it.
Man, that damn John Kennedy, man. You know, like I say, man, this Kennedy guy, hey, he's funny, man. I don't care what nobody say. He's funny, man. I mean, and I know I'm not the only one that don't think this guy's funny. You know, I mean, if you don't think he's funny, it's okay. Let me know in the comments.